Hello everyone. Dave Prisoner 849 is back after a little hiatus due to some real life stuff. Everything is good right now, but I'm back now with a new Comic Book Day haul and recommendations video for you. I've got my books that were released this week and books that were released last week. So I'm here to show you what I got from both weeks and give you my recommendations. Also got a little bonus round of recommendations for some books that came out prior to last week. Alright, so let's jump right in real quick. I've got the books from this week. I'll do those first. We got Lunar Room, issue number 3 from Vault Comics, and this is the cover A. And then we've got Magic the Gathering, issue number 12 from Boom 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 Studios, and this is cover A. And apparently, with cover B for this one, there was multiple cover Bs. The Hidden Spark variant. Apparently, I don't know if there's more than 2 or if there's just 2, but this is one of them. And this is the other one that I have. It's the same cover basically, just that this one is black and white and the other one has a purple hue to it. Alright, now we're going to last week's books. First up, we got New Burn, issue number 4 from Image Comics, and this is the only cover for this book. And then we got Nice House on the Lake, issue number 7 from DC Black Label, and this is cover A. And then we got Crossover, issue number 12 from Image Comics, and this is cover A. Got The Last Book You'll Ever Read, issue number 5 from Vault Comics, and this is cover A. And this is cover B. And then, ooh la la, we've got the Not Safe for Work black bag cover with the poly bag, cover C. And then we've got Spawn, issue number 327 from Image Comics, and this is cover A. Pretty cool cover there, the Violator in his clown form in the back. And then we've got Noctera, issue number 8 from Image Comics, and this is cover A. And then we've got The Walking Dead Deluxe, issue number 34 from Image Comics, and this is cover A. And then on the back, we've got the original artwork for issue number 34. And then we've got the Slaughter Pack number 2 here. This is a series Something is Killing the Children, issues number 6 through 10. Each one of these ones has an exclusive cardstock cover painted by the artist David Mack. And this is from Boom 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 Studios. Right, pretty cool. And then we've got some limited edition Vampirilla Dracula Unholy covers that came in this week. Last week, sorry. This is Vampirilla Dracula Unholy number 3, cover J. It's a really cool one. And this one I thought was pretty funny. I like this one. And this is cover K. And then we got a couple trade backs here, trade paperbacks. We've got The Nice House on the Lake, Volume 1, and this collects issues 1 through 6, and this is from the DC Black Label. And then we've got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Ultimate Collection, Volume 6, and this is from IDW. And this one collects 29 short stories from back in the day, 1985 through 1989. Alright everyone, so let me give you my recommendations from this week and last week's books. First up, we got Lunar Room, issue number 3 from Vault Comics. Let's quickly jump in here. Check out some of the interior art. All right, so I enjoyed the writing in this one. It's been furthering the story a bit with some bloody action dropped in towards the end of this issue here. Got a Sin with Zero's brother Axton, who's trying to get the Lunar shard from her. Meanwhile, you have Zero over at Sin's apartment, and of course he's snooping around because he's bored and seemingly gets into some trouble. Eventually we have Sin and Axton running into a fight with a pack of werewolves, and it gets pretty bloody and crazy there towards the end. So it was a good issue. This series has come a long way, I think, since the first issue. First issue I really didn't like, and the last issue I really liked, and did like this one. So I'm looking forward to more from this series. Next up, we've got The Last Book You'll Ever Read, issue number 5 from Vault Comics. Jump in, check out some of the artwork here. Alright, so this issue was a little bit slower than the last one, I feel like, but it was a good read. Alright, furthering the story a bit. The writing and art were good. And you have Olivia and Connor waking up in a house in a little community that seems peaceful, and people are reading her book, and they're worshiping her as a prophet. But of course, things are not always as they seem in this series. During a feast in this issue here, by which the means that they get to meet is pretty crazy. It's a crazy scene in this issue. That the community leader comes up and ends up going back and forth with Olivia about the purpose and meaning of her book. Eventually, Connor goes wandering around and makes a gruesome discovery. I think we're getting a little bit closer, I think, to seeing what exactly is going on and why this book is turning people into savages, or wildings, I think is what they called them in this issue. So it's been a fun series so far. I'm looking forward to the next issue when it comes out, and I think actually it's coming out next week, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. It should be out next week, so I'm looking forward to that. And we've got The Nice House on the Lake, issue number 7 from DC Black Label. Let's jump in here. I'll show you some of this nice, unique artwork here. So, the writing in this issue and, this series overall is just, so good. And this guy, James Tynion IV, he is such a great writer. The artwork is unique and different also. I'm really liking it. I really love this series. It's been a long time since the last issue came out, unfortunately, because they took a little bit of a break. But now we're back into it, and this one's picking up where the last issue left off. We have Walter, who's the guy with the glasses here, the dude. He's inserted himself into the group, and he is quote unquote working with them to solve the puzzle of what's happened. He's inserted himself and he's acting basically like he's been there the whole time when he really hasn't. Well, something that happened at the end of the last issue caused everybody to not realize that. Meanwhile, there's some flashback scenes giving you some more info on Walter and Molly's relationship. And there's also pages here of Nora. Going to be these pages here, these black pages with the writing. You can kind of hardly see the character. Walter's keeping Nora in a separate area away from everyone else. And on those pages, like I just showed you, Nora is venting about what has happened and how she feels about Walter, and how upset she is, obviously. Walter eventually reveals to her the point of her being separate from everybody and what he wants. Again, try not to spoil too much of it, but such a great series. If you haven't checked it out already, then definitely check it out. We've got the trade paperback came out last week, so this has issues 1 through 6 in it. So if you don't want to get all the individual books, you can just grab the trade paperback and check out the first 6 issues, and you won't be disappointed. It's definitely a very good series, very interesting. So I'm looking forward to the next issue in that series. Hopefully, won't have to wait too long. All right, everyone, so here's a little bonus round of recommendations from some releases previously that I was unable to do videos of. So first up, we've got BRZRKR issue number 7 from Boom 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 Studios, and this is cover A. Jump in, show you some of the artwork here on the inside. Alright, so this issue is very light on the action, not much of any action in it really, especially compared to the last one. The last one was action-packed, this one is not, but it is packed full of story, moving the story along. We learn a little bit more about B. We have the character of Caldwell showing B that he is basically a world-renowned expert on B. He's revealing also what is inside the box that B was able to recover in the last issue. We also see via some flashbacks the history of this box, its connection to B, and how what's inside of it got in there. B is convinced by him to undergo Protocol X to try and unlock something inside of him and truly trace where and when he was born or created. The writing is pretty good here, and the art's also good. It was a nice read. I'm looking forward to the next issue and seeing where it picks up from here. Part of that Protocol X thing in this basically was some sort of burying him inside a box in the desert, it looked like. And he just kind of explodes or something, or it releases some energy. Somehow they're going to use that to try and trace where he came from. So I'm looking forward to the next issue and seeing some more. Next up, we've got a book I never heard of this book prior to watching a video that I saw on YouTube. This came out on February 9th. I watched a video from the YouTube channel called Kapow Comics. That's KA-POW Comics. He does these videos on, it's called like 5-minute comics, it's called, and he did one on this issue, and it seemed pretty interesting, so I managed to pick it up from the comic shop. It's called Life Zero, and this is from Ablaze, and this is issue number 1. All right, jump in here. So this is one of the cool parts of this issue here, where it's just, there's no dialogue, just scenes setting up the world and this area of the story. So it's a zombie comic. All right. The artwork is very good, and it's got a lot of gory detail in it. Writing's good enough, and it was a nice first issue to set up the series. In this issue, we've got some military people undertaking a mission to rescue their captain from a prison. There's some dialogue in the beginning here suggesting why he's in prison. There's also some talk about what happened, but obviously no definitive reason for why there are zombies. They did mention something that they believe is what caused the zombie apocalypse, but we'll see. Like I said, it was a good first issue and a good read. I'm looking forward to some more. Hopefully it won't, become basically just a Walking Dead ripoff. Hopefully they will introduce something unique to this sort of genre. So hopefully they do, and I'm looking forward to that. There's also a little 9-page preview at the end of this issue for an upcoming comic called Animal Castle. Looks really strange. Alright, so next up, lastly, we've got Shadowman issue number 6 from Valiant. And this is the cover A. This is the Dead Side War Part 2. Take a look on the inside here, some of the action we got. Alright, so there's some good writing in here, with some good artwork. I like the art in this one a little bit more than the previous issues. Kind of stood out a bit to me. It's a little hard to explain, but I felt like it was better. So Shadowman has entered an abandoned hospital that has a typical horror background to it. The doctors experimenting on patients' motif. In this hospital, another blight is formed, and someone is sacrificing people to become vessels for dead side spirits. Also, we got an appearance from this character right over here, Punk Mambo, making an appearance and being recruited to help fight off the coming dead side invasion. It ends up being a nice brutal and tough battle raging on in the hospital, and Shadowman runs into a pretty banged up Baron Samedi, who offers him up a grave warning. So this was cool stuff. I enjoyed this issue, and I am definitely looking forward to the continuation of this Dead Side War. Alright, so lastly, it's not so much a recommendation, but more of a question, I suppose. So we had Primordial issue number 6 here. It's a very good series, and this is the final issue in this series. And if somebody has any idea what happened at the end of this book, please let me know, because I've read this book several times and flip through the pages after each time reading it, and I'm really lost with what happened at the end here. I really don't have any idea what happened. I'm assuming that they kind of left it sort of I'm guessing it's an ending they want it to be ambiguous, and everybody have their own idea of what happened at the end, I guess. That's the only interpretation I can have of it. But if somebody knows exactly what happened at the end, please let me know. This was a good read, as the whole series was a good read. And the artwork, very unique, as you saw. But again, if somebody can help me out and let me know what it is exactly happened at the end of this issue, I'd really appreciate it, because I'm just lost with it. But very good book. Again, just over the top of my head, I guess. Alright, everyone, so that's it for this week. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please consider hitting that like button and subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. If you already have, well, thank you for your support. It's much appreciated. And also, if you feel like it, leave a comment down below. Let me know what books you picked up, what you recommend, or just say hi. We love hearing from you. Alright, so until next time, be safe, be well, and I'll catch you later.
I'm just